What's up? What's up? So this is High Heels. So I'm gonna do a little check-in for, we'll say about this week. What's today? We are knee deep in this, huh? It's been some weeks now, huh? About a couple weeks into our, wow, it has been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since we've really been in this, well, since I've been furloughed, since we've been in our attachment, disassociation phase. That happened to me on the 16th. And we are almost to the 30th. What are we on, 20? The dates, dude. The dates. I'll say right now, a little anxiety could be kicking in because we've started to see like, okay, this is at least for some time now, maybe. We might have another month, about a good another month of this. But to be honest, I feel like it's more than a month. Come on, let's just be real. This is gonna be more than a month. It might be a month of the main seclusion of each other, or the main isolation from one another, but I do feel like this has begun a different pattern. You don't just recover from something like this overnight. It takes time. You know, that's one thing about it. Like, I'm a historian, so I look at the patterns of things from the past, and you kind of can project how things will be for the future. So not everything is like because I'm just psychic or something, but it's just because I've analyzed history and I see how patterns work, and just being realistic, this ain't gonna recover in a month. So how should we prepare ourselves? Where should we be right now? So I'm gonna do the overall energy, I'm gonna do our block, and then I'm going to do the energy to walk away with. We'll shuffle 3 times. Ooh. The yawning. I think that that's really for me when I feel like yawn. It's like, okay, we gotta kick it to gear. We gotta get a second wind on this. I think that when we first we're like, okay, we're in the house. Okay, we're furloughed. Okay, we're motivated. We have to stay motivated. You have to get motivated. We're hitting like a plateau in the situation. And I'm like, no, you cannot plateau. You have to now, let's get other things going here. Other things going. Let's see what this is. 2, 3, I'm gonna say, the 24th card is what we're gonna do. 24. So that is the Pillar of Light, Descent of the Star Isis. That's our overall energy. So I feel like overall we need to see this Pillar of Light. We need to see this Pillar of Light. What's our block? I'm gonna shuffle 3 times and I'll pick the 5th card. 2, 3, 5. Block is Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber. And I'm gonna get 35. Chariots of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. Yeah. So, let's go. So with the Pillar of Light, that's our overall energy that we're seeing right now. And with the Pillar of Light, for me, when I look at it, the sense of the stars of Isis. Whew. It feels like we are seeing a dissension of something energy-wise. I feel like when we have been all now put at a standstill, you have people that have been working still, but for the most part, everyone's been having to work from home. If you have a place that you go in, it's not the same. You feel the standstill of the world, of everything. When you're outside, it feels like a ghost town. It's something about it feels. So I feel that this standstill, it allows for so much to descend to us, as far as from God, from the universe, from energy. And while we are here in these moments with our families, or we're here in these moments, like, I feel so much stress, I feel so much anxiety, I feel a lot of people very worried about so much stuff. And you know, I think the main thing we need to know, you can't worry about this stuff. You can't. Because there's strength in numbers, I always say. And I'm going to look up the meaning in this book. I always say there's strength in numbers, right? If we all are experiencing this, there's got to be something. You know what I'm saying? Beings of light and divinity are calling you now. They wish to connect with you more strongly, and you are being guided to strengthen your energy field to allow more of the divine light that seeks you to flow through your body safely and into expression. Ooh, that was beautiful. That is beautiful. So as we think about our current energy right now and the overall energy right now, it's like, really, let's start to now. We've hit that plateau. Okay, we've been in our homes for a couple weeks now. We've not been working for a couple weeks now. We've gotten all used to not having no schedule. We don't know what day it is anymore. Look, now is the time to really shift and say, okay, let's grow. Let's grow, okay? We've done the TikToks. We've done all of the wonderful, fun things. Let's grow. Because God is calling us, you know? God is calling us in ways that we are now, we're like, wow, we have been put in a position where we can sit still and listen. So let's listen. Let's see what God is trying to bring to our lives right now. A block for us is the Temple of Black Obsidian. What did it say? The Dark Healing Chamber. So I'll say that really to piggyback off of that, it feels like a block is this healing chamber, which is what I was saying. Like, we just kind of been adjusting to this new normal, but you know, I think that could become a block if we're not focusing on taking advantage of the time we're getting to grow and to become something more, to become better, to receive God's messages for our lives. I really believe that we are at a time where if you are a believer of any of whatever you believe, I think you should really dive into that faith, dive into that practice, dive into that now, because we have been put at a standstill for a reason. And when it comes to money, I know it's so hard to be like, don't worry about money. But you gotta not. We have to figure that out. We will figure that out. And don't let it be a stress, because let's look at it this way. I'll put it down this way. You're spending less money. If you have been furloughed for your job or anything like that, you're probably spending less money. Because I know I don't spend money to eat at my job anymore. I don't spend money for transportation. I don't go as many places, lessening my ability to spend more money. I might not be making any money, but I've actually been put in a situation where I don't spend as much either. The only thing that I spend on is like things that I need. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, so we can't stress about the money situation. Beloved initiates, the most challenging task is not to confront an external enemy, but to take courage in both hands and journey within to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. That is the sacred purpose of any enemy within or without, to bring us more deeply into our own being as we seek to find and heal darkness within. So this is exactly what I was just saying. And I might just stop reading these things because people read exactly what I'm saying. But I really do feel that, where we gotta now, okay, we gotta start to grow. We gotta start to heal. We gotta start to work and shift. The energy to walk away is the Chariot of Ascension. spiritual work of the higher initiates. So weren't we just, I think the definition of the temple, it says something about an initiate. So it's really like, okay, we are being initiated now. This is your time. And I feel this too. Whatever you believe, let that be what you believe. Don't start focusing on what other people believe and getting them into what you believe. Everyone's at this point, they've made their decisions. Okay? Your decisions were made over the past few years where there was a great awakening. There was a great awakening like 2016, 2017, 2018. There was a great awakening at that time. Even 2014, 2015. I'm going to say all that time period. 2012 created a shift for people. People will say, okay, that was supposed to be the end of the world. But it was a definite shift. And anyone who really is paying attention of their life and their pattern, they'll see that there was a great awakening in their soul of something over the past few years. So we've already had the great awakening. People have already made their decision of what they want to do and who they are, who they believe in, what they believe. So now is the time for whatever you have honed into, pour yourself into that, because that's how God is going to be reaching you. This isn't for people to say, oh, well, look, God is all encompassing. And if you can't understand that, I don't know what else to tell you. But God reaches everybody in his own way, in your own way, based on your ancestors, your blood, your spirit, whatever. That's how God is reaching you. And if God has reached you, be happy that God has reached you. Don't worry about how God reaches anyone else, as long as God reaches them. Dig? As long as it's God. Okay? So really pouring yourself into that, and the chariot of ascension to walk away with that is we gotta start now. Let's walking into that more. Okay, let's start walking into that more. All right, I'm gonna clarify. I will go ahead and clarify, because I feel like this is not the time to start indoctrinating people. This is not the time to start recruiting. This is the time to focus on yourself and what you believe, what you do, where you're at with God, with the universe, with your spirit, with your karma. I think that it's important to understand that right now we are in a bit of a battle, because part of us is enjoying the hell out of this, right? I don't have to know what time or day. I don't even know what it really, hey, real talk, it's hard to remember what day it is, because I don't have that structure. I don't have that schedule. Most people are that way. I'm not concerned about money, but I know that I have to. I know I'm gonna have to pay my rent. I know I'm gonna have to pay my bills, but it's a battle, because I don't want to overcloud my mind with that, because I want to enjoy what's happening. I want to take the journey. So overall, I'll say that we want to really just be open to receiving our message from God. We want to really be now into that place where we are connecting to our faith, our religions, whatever it is that you practice. Let's start really walking in that pattern, because we have now torn away a lot of the 3D stuff, and we've now been able to really get into our own selves, our own energy, our own everything. Is beautiful, our families. So now let's build on that and make sure that we are healing now. And so when we walk away, let's really start to ascend into our spiritual bodies, our spiritual selves, while we are here in this 3D experience. I'm going to do some clarifications for each one. So I'm going to do that in a part 2. So you can go ahead and click on for the part 2. But if not, if this is really resonating, go to the part 2. But if not, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you later.